So, good day, sir. I am Stephen Jan Ranga from BSME 3A. And here is my video presentation about my specifications for the high-spec computer. So, for short introduction, some of the devices I choose here have a specification that is usually designed for gaming purposes, but it can also be used for office purposes. So the main objective for building this PC: first, to handle office tasks like word processing, spreadsheets, and presentations. Second, to make multiple application or web browser tabs without slowing down your computer. Third, to make office work more enjoyable by providing clear and sharp images, which is especially useful for tasks involving graphics or video editing. So as I mentioned earlier, some of the devices I choose here have a specification that is usually designed for gaming purposes. But gaming devices are built to handle demanding games with lots of graphics and action. This means they can easily handle office tasks like word processing, spreadsheets, and presentations, which are less demanding on the system. Gaming devices have also powerful graphic cards for realistic gaming visuals. These same graphic cards can make office work more enjoyable by providing clear and sharp images, which is especially useful for tasks involving graphics or video editing. So here are the devices that I choose. So for CPU, I choose AMD Ryzen 5 5600X. So it has 6 cores for CPU cores, 12 threads, 3.7 GHz for base clock, 4.6 GHz boost clock, 32 MB for cache, and 7 nm manufacturing process. So it also has AM4 socket. So it is worth 9,790 pesos in the market. So the reason for choosing this is because it has an excellent multi-core performance, which can be beneficial for multitasking and running office applications simultaneously. So for GPU, I choose GeForce GTX 1660 Super. It has turning GPU architecture, 1408 CUDA cores, 1530 MHz base clock, 1785 MHz boost clock, 6 GB GDDR5 memory, 14 GB per second memory speed, 192-bit memory bus, and 336 GB per second memory bandwidth. And it is worth 12,995 pesos in the market. So I chose this GPU because it can handle office tasks with ease. It can also support multiple monitors if needed for productivity. For RAM, I chose Corsair Vengeance LPX 16GB DDR4 3200 MHz. It has DDR4 memory type, 16GB capacity, 3200 MHz memory, CL16 gas latency, 1.35 volt voltage, and dual channel memory configuration. It has the IMM form factor and it is worth 3,284 pesos in the market. So I choose this device for RAM because 16GB RAM is good amount for smooth multitasking and running office application. It allows for better performance when working with larger files or multiple applications. So for storage, I choose Kingston A2500GB NVMe SSD. So it has M.2 2280 form factor, NVMe PCIe Gen 3.0 X4 interface, 500 gig capacity, up to 2200 MB per second sequential read speed, up to 2000 megabytes per second sequential write speed, up to 180,000 IOPS random read IOPS, and to 200,000 IOPS for random write IOPS. So it is worth 4,499 pesos. So I choose so the main reason for choosing this is because SSD like Kingston 8 2000 provides fast boot times and application loading. It can improve overall productivity. So for motherboard, I chose MSI B450 Tomahawk Max. It has AM4 CPU socket, AMD B450 chipset. For memory support, it has DDR4 memory, 4D IMM slot, dual channel memory architecture support up to 16 GB memory. It is worth 6,250 pesos in the market. So I choose this because this motherboard provide essential features and compatibility for an office PC. It is also reliable for standard office use. So for power supply, I choose an EVGA 600W1 ET Plus White 600W. So it has 600 watts wattage, 80 plus white, and ATX form factor. It has fixed cables, and typically it provides around 80% efficiency at typical load level. So it is worth 3,700 pesos in the market. So I choose this because this power supply is sufficient for office use and provides stable power delivery. Next for case, I choose Cooler Master Masterbox Q300L. So it has micro ATX form factor and 387 by 230 by 378 mm dimension for length, width, and height. And it is made by steel and plastic. So it is worth 2,995 pesos in the market. I choose this case because it offers various cooling options, the ability to house both micro ATX and mini ITX motherboards, and support different orientation, making it suitable for a range of build styles. Next for cooling, I choose stock CPU cooler. So it is air cooler type. Typically 80 mm to 95 mm fan size. Usually it in the range of 25 to 35 decibels at full load. So designed to fit the specific CPU socket of the compressor. So it worth 499 pesos. So I choose this because they are often quieter and more efficient than low quality aftermarket coolers. So for operating system, I choose Windows 10. Windows 10 is available in multiple editions, including Home, Pro, Enterprise, and Education, each with varying features and compatibilities. So it is worth 13,000 pesos in the market. So I choose this because it is generally considered stable and reliable. So for monitor, I choose MSI Optics G24 IVC. So it has 23.8 inches panel size, 527.04 by 296.46 active display area, and IPS panel type 1920 by 1080 panel resolution 0.2745 by 0.2745 pixel pitch and 16 to 9 aspect ratio. So it is worth 7,999 pesos. I choose this because it provides clear and accurate visuals, comfortable viewing angles, and responsiveness, all in which enhance the office productivity experience. And that ends my presentation, and thank you for listening.